Mom left Milwaukee for Rhodes on December 23 after completing her nursing state board exams. She first flew to New York. She left New York on a flight for Athens, Greece that same day. After arriving in Athens, she was driven to nearby Piraeus, Greece by the military. She departed Piraeus, Greece, on an overnight ferry to Rhodes, arriving at the island on the afternoon of Christmas Eve. We moved into the lower floor of this house about 6 weeks after Mom arrived. Mom did not like the first house we moved into because the lady upstairs was just weird. The island of Rhodes is the Dodecanese Island group's largest island and is located about 250 miles southeast of Athens, Greece. The island has been important since ancient times. The construction of the city of Rhodes began in 407 BC and soon developed into one of the most important seafaring and trading centers in the eastern Mediterranean. Rhodes became a province of the Roman, and later the Byzantine Empire, losing its unique ancient glory. Then in 1309, the Knights of St. John of Jerusalem conquered Rhodes. The Knights built strong fortifications to protect the island, turning it into an important administrative center and a thriving multinational medieval city. In 1523, Rhodes was conquered by the Ottoman Turks, and the Greeks had to settle outside the city walls. During the Ottoman occupation, new buildings were erected within the old town, mainly mosques and baths. In 1912, Rhodes and the rest of the Dodecanese were seized by the Italians. The new rulers embellished the city with magnificent buildings, wide roads and squares. The palace of the Grand Master was rebuilt and the Street of the Knights was reconstructed in order to regain its medieval purity. It was not until 1948 that Rhodes officially became part of Greece. The Mandrake is the castle of the Knights in the background. At nighttime, people of the island promenaded on the Mandrake on Sunday evening. Mom and I and friends joined them on a couple of occasions. St. Nicholas's Tower is seen from the Mandrake Market. The tower is located at the end of the breakwater protecting the harbor and was built by the Crusader Knights around 1420. Famous wind-driven grain mills located on the Mandrake Harbor breakwater as seen from the Mandrake Market. The deer, as opposed to the colossus, is the real national symbol of the Greek people on the island. The Dodecanese Island and Greek National Administration offices further west on the Mandrake, where we spent considerable time getting official papers for baby Stephen. The Rhodes Archaeological Museum of Dodecanese Islands is famous for its mosaic floors that match a few of the new and old city's streets. The Master Knight's Castle is the most imposing fortress structure on the island. The castle is located within the fortress walls surrounding the old city. The next three pictures are different views from other locations around Rhodes City. This street in the Old City located inside the fortress walls is typical of the many streets in the Old City. Most consist of a shop on the lower floor with living quarters on the upper floor. Many of these shops were left in ruins the night of the earthquake. The people had to sleep in the streets that night and the following night due to the many aftershocks and tremors. I have used a recent Google Earth aerial picture of the Mandrake Market and Rhodes Harbor area to show the locations of the Rhodes city's unique historical sites. This is the LA Club Mom and I used to walk this way to the beach after Mass on Sunday. This building was also used as an USO when the island was visited by the 6th Fleet. The fleet had 20 to 30 ships including the Forrestal. When visiting the island, the Navy crews were given liberty 2 out of 3 nights and over 4,000 sailors came ashore every evening. Mom and most of the courier wives were volunteer hostesses at the USO. You can't imagine the jam up around this small building including at least 3 MPs for each hostess. The wives also sponsored a breakfast for the Forrestal officers on Sunday morning. This is the view north from the west end of Mandrake at the beach with Turkey in the distant background. Just west of the city of Rhodes is a very high hill that gives a panoramic view of the city of Rhodes and the valleys that make up the majority of the island's interior. This tree-lined entryway leads to the monastery located at the hill's apex. From the hill you can get a panoramic view of a portion of the island's south shore beaches.